Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I'm Mr. Muhammad Khalid, and we are studying Pakistan Studies, Week 7, Lectures 13 and 14. Our today's discussion is about the structure of the government of Pakistan, means the state structure. In this discussion, we'll cover the following points: the executive, the president, prime minister, legislature, mean the parliament, judiciary, federal Shariat court, wafaki muhtasib or ombudsman, provincial governments, political parties, military, and the local governments. Before I start the technicalities of the state structure, I would like to talk about the components of the state. State basically is a high level of body designed by the people to protect their rights and to progress in the world with strong management and commitment. That department is called state. It is since time immemorial that the concepts of the state are in the minds of human beings, and now on the earth we find different types of the states, like states and governments like kingship, parliamentary system, dictatorship, or many others. State has four elements: that there must be a defined territory, defined number of people, and it must have a constitution, a central constitution that explains the structure of the government and the rights and duties of the people living in the very body or state. In all this business, the word constitution is major, that there must be constitution and it must be duly applicable. If any of the elaborated element is missing, the state in political science terms is called failure state. Well, let's have review that the background of the post independence and the constitution. As you know, that the constitution is the major thing that develops the principles of the state, selection of their major organs like the head of state, nomination, selection, and even the impeachment of the head of the state, selection of the legislative, and many more things. So, constitutions have always been a backbone for existence and the development of the state. Let's have example that American history is marvelous in that sense that since they got liberated from British, they designed a constitution that explained the structure of the state and the powers of each and every organ. And since then, Americans are following the constitution and they are uh, making progress throughout. Whereas in Pakistan, the situation is quite blurred and little bit uh, frantic. Let's have a review that what happened to Pakistan in terms of state losses. The first, that Pakistan came into being on August 14, 1947, and we didn't have any prepared constitution. India Act 1935 was amended just for the on time running of the business of government. Whereas the following years, two significant deaths. First, in 1948, the death of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and then in 1951, the assassination of the Khan Liaquat Ali Khan, the first prime minister, destabilized the new country. And the very important task of designing a constitution lingered till in 1956. After 8 years of the formation of the country, uh, Pakistan was able to have its first constitution, establishing Pakistan as a republic within the Commonwealth. Well, unfortunately, in the next 2 years, the parliamentary system had to face challenges. In 1958, General Ayub Khan launched Pakistan's first military coup and declared martial law. In 1960, Ayub Khan became president, and by 1962, Pakistan uh, experienced the second constitution 1962 constitution. Well, uh, 1965 war increased taxation and other economical burden over the people of Pakistan, and it also threatened and shaken the control of powerful Ayub Khan, and finally he resigned in 1969. Well, right here, the real uh, drawback to the Pakistani constitution happens that General Yahya took over the power, and in 1970 the elections of the elections in East and West Pakistan held, and Awami League in leadership of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman gained the majority, whereas in West Pakistan uh, powers were not transferred to the elected leaders as it was their constitutional right. This really was a constitutional crisis uh, that led to the civil war in East Pakistan. In March 1971, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman declared independence of the people of Bangladesh, and then a long month civil war started. In December 1971, India interceded into East Pakistan after the name of helping the people of Pakistan in East Pakistan, and then a furious battle happened, War of 1971, but unfortunately Pakistan army had to, not just Pakistan army but all the Pakistanis had to face a kind of first worst defeat. Almost 90,000 of the armed forces personnel were taken as prisoners. This was really a drawback. But soon after, in the following years, in 1973, Pakistan declared its first federal republic constitution. 1973 constitution is the major constitution on which all the parties in the remaining West Pakistan agreed, and they uh, formed a constitution. Well, the present structure of the government of Pakistan is based in the 1973 constitution, in which the name of the state was declared as the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. A parliamentary form of government was taken as the system of government, that there shall be bicameral legislature, National Assembly and the Senate. The 1973 constitution has been amended many more times, and in the 18th amendment in the constitution, passed on April 2010, removed most of the constitutional changes introduced during the military regime. This is all the background of the structure of government. I hope you have understood. Well, in the next videos, we will explain the pillars of the state one by one. Thank you very much.